I am an unperfect actor on the stage. I am a scaredy cat. I'm a daughter. I'm confused. I'm a lover. I'm a writer. I take adults' gummy vitamins. I like oatmeal. My name is not Maria. I'm from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I've got Southern charm by association. I'm a world traveler in my mind. My fingers jumping from page to page. I have all these parts, all of these roles, and somehow they just form one cohesive body that I'm figuring out. But there are some parts that scare me, and some parts that I haven't accepted, and there are some influences that I need to tell you about. And there's some cards that I hold really close that I just want to lay out on the table. And you can call it cheating, but I'm just sharing. And I want to make a movie. And I need it to be perfect. Because I am an unperfect actor on the stage. But I know my lines. And being unperfect is honest.
Swim with me, whale. We will go far into the sea. You will take me onto your back. Never look back, never look back. Whale.
She's witty.
She's silly.
She has a great sense of humor.
Yes.
Artistic.
Artistic.
Very artistic. Shakespeare comes to mind when I think of Mary.
Saucy.
Saucy. Or do you mean more sassy?
Sassy. Yeah.
No, she's saucy, you're sad. Or is it
I don't know. But on theater, she, like her play, she can be saucy.
She's very good. Extremely talented, very musical, has a beautiful voice,
Beautiful
and a
voice.
stage presence,
She's Beyonce.
I would say.
If I never had acted, I would be different. Acting made me comfortable with who I am. Damn, it really did. It saved me. I don't know who I'd be if it weren't for acting, you know?
As an actress, I would always watch for you to get into the truth of something, and I think that if I could bottle something from you, it would be what it is that you do to really let go in a part and just be.
You know, acting was escaping my reality into something better or something worse. It was a way to express myself using my own voice. And I know I wasn't writing these words down. I know they weren't my own words, but I made them my own. And those emotions, I knew some of those emotions. Maybe not in those situations, but I think I understood.
What else can we tell about her? Apparently she has a sister that I didn't know about
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
until just recently.
Apparently I'm getting married to Yaya.
That's her sister?
No, it's like some cousin in the Philippines or something like that.
That's scary.
That's like 30, but
Yeah,
apparently
she's
married her.
Filipino. Wow.
Mary's pretty independent,
Miss
I
Independent.
think. Always on the go.
Like Beyonce.
What else do we know about her?
I think you hold your cards a little closely, and I think you have good reason to do that.
Sometimes she can be down on herself, and like people like try and help Mary and stuff. Maybe she's scared to open up right away to people. Like she doesn't think people are there for her.
You're careful, I think, and I hope that someday you're a little bit more trusting of yourself. Maybe that's it, in relationships, to let yourself open up a touch more.
They say that there's problems in the sense that, like, that because you are so strong and that drive of independence, that it creates like a wall of invulnerability that you don't like to take down very often. And that it takes a long time for you to take it down. I guess it's just like going back to like upbringing, I guess.
Yeah.
And I want to bring in that.
It's kind of what I act. You know,
What you
that
said.
vulnerability. It's fine. Be vulnerable. Push her on the stage. It's fine. The relationships I was around never lasted. Growing up, I used to think that everyone leaves. You know, first my mother left, my sister left, and then my father left, which has made me into a cynic. But I guess I've been learning that people never truly leave you. They leave marks on you. Those people I mentioned, you know, my mother, my father, my sister, these people didn't leave. My mother, like, she's in my life. I live with her, and she says she loves me, and I feel love towards her. And my sister, she didn't leave me, she left Carlisle. She left Carlisle because she had to. You know, my father passed away. My father died.
If I think about that whole monologue competition, I remember when I knew you were going to do the to be or not to be speech, when you told me that you were going to do that, you know that I was worried at first that maybe you were putting a target on your back by picking only like the most famous Shakespearean soliloquy ever. You had taken it and had gone into words that have been so familiar to us just in general, that you made me stop and you made me think about them. You made me think about what it means to live or to not live. You made me think about what it's like to think about death. You made me wonder what it was like to think about what's on the other side of death. You made me want to go back and study Hamlet and to think more about something that nobody wants to think about, which is...
My father passed away August 12th, 2004. I was 12. Sometimes I forget what colors his eyes were, and I have to remind myself that they changed all the time. I was really close to my father. Really close. My parents split up when I was going into first grade. He is the biggest influence in my life, more than God. And for that influence to be stripped away is an influence in itself. I'm not happy that my father passed away at all. It tore me apart. But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I kind of like who I am today. With my father's death, it made me appreciate life.
I've taught high school for 25 years, and every now and then there are some students that kind of get it. And it's a vague description of just the importance of life, of education, but also of the value of life. And a lot of times you don't see that until we get older in life, where we have greater perspective. But Mary gets it, and she got it earlier than most people ever will.
This process has made me frustrated with myself, with the screen in front of me, with the hours of footage I had compiled. I felt like I didn't lay my cards out on the table, didn't experience anything groundbreaking. I felt disappointed. When you say that your parents split up when you were young, that you haven't seen your own sister for 7 years, when you say that your father passed away, these words lose their weight. Maybe not to the audience, but to you. To me. They seem like lines. Maybe I act to keep my past, my life, alive. anew. Maybe I act to have control over my feelings. One day in biology, I daydreamed. I dreamt of being Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream. I dreamed of being Peter Quince again and tried to remember lines from 10th grade. I think I feel incomplete because the melodrama of theater matched what used to be in my life, and I think secretly I am absolutely scared to lose any of it. My life was poetry, tragedy, melodrama. It was passionate and harsh, and maybe it's the thrill of it all that makes me feel complete. I don't live for the stage, but the stage helps me live.
If you want dreams, kid, won't be nothing.